After breakfast at the Gem City Diner, Chris and I looked at the weather again. The system we saw at 9 o'clock was moving out to the east, and it looked like we had a window into Waterloo. So I called Canadian Customs at 10:30 because they need 2 hours notice of arrival, called London Radio again for the latest weather updates, and finally we planned to depart Erie at 11:30 for the 45-minute flight. That way at least we could be back in Canada and we could then plan our next step, because this system was still moving across Ontario, as you will see.
I'll just do it this way. I'll just do a quick bag check. 2,000 RPMs. Go over to tower, which is 118. Erie Tower, Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike, holding short 24 ready.
Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike, wind 240 at 14, gust 21, fly runway heading, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, November Charlie Mike. Runway heading then over to departure when they tell us, okay. The grooved runway, here we go. Fuel pumps on, landing lights all on, down, here we go. Up time will be 42. Look at 60, looking for 70. A little bit of forward speed so we can manage the gusts, and then
So while the pilot flying me was intent on avoiding problems with gusts, it was pilot monitoring Chris who realized that the captain hadn't actually put the gear up.
Take the gear up?
yep, thank you sir, no more usable, thank you.
So Chris, being the consummate gentleman and first officer, let the captain just pass it off as a minor faux pas.
Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike, contact departure 121.0, take care.
Over to departure, thanks, Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike. Erie departure, Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike, 1,400 climbing, 4,000 runway heading.
Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike, Buffalo departure radar contact, climb maintain 7,000, turn right direct Jarvis.
Up to 7 and turn right direct Jarvis, November Charlie Mike. Flaps can go up now.
Cloud is a great app for debriefing flights. It uses data from the Bad Elf GPS receiver to derive all sorts of flight information. In this case, you'll see the wind was still pretty strong at 32 knots from the west, and this would affect the rest of the flight in different ways.
12827, November Charlie Mike. And that's Toronto Center, right?
So we're 6,500 descending,
Yeah.
26.
Oh, I'll let you make the call.
Okay. Toronto Center, Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike, 6,400 descending, 6,000.
November Charlie Mike, Toronto Center here, identified, Waterloo, altimeter for you is 299 314 is advertised with the ATIS Lima. What's your plan for the approach?
We'll plan for the RNAV, but go visual if possible for November Charlie Mike.
November Charlie Mike, roger. Did you want to proceed direct ad run now or stay direct to field anticipating the visual?
Am I getting any information that's recent out of there?
November Charlie Mike, the latest sequence I haven't had any arrivals lately, but the latest sequence is showing scattered 2,700, broken at 5,000.
Yeah, I'll take Adron just to be safe. Thank you, November Charlie Mike.
November Charlie Mike, roger, proceed direct ad run. If you see the field on the way by, just let me know.
Sure, thanks, November Charlie Mike. But 86 says we're going to get back up. Okay, so procedure. Select approach. ILS, SRNAV, enter. By Adron, enter.
Medic 201, descend 3000. You may see traffic on your TCAS. 11 o'clock, 6 miles northbound. It's a helicopter medevac confirmed at 2000.
Okay, we have them on the TCAS. We'll descend to 3000.
I better get Lima.
Degrees to 200 degrees. Visibility 9er, 2,700 scattered, 5,000 broken, 6,500 broken, 8,500 overcast, temperature 19er, dew point 17, altimeter 29er.
So with a dew point spread of only 2 degrees Celsius, that meant clouds possibly as low as 1,500 or even lower. Despite reporting 2,500 at the airport, what we were seeing looked more like 1,500.
Regional airport, information Lima, weather.
Medic 201, made the switch.
Minutes.
November Charlie Mike, descend 4000, one ready.
Down to 4,000, November Charlie Mike.
Beam running. Yeah, that stuff has moved away from Guelph now.
So eyes out for the airport.
I can see the big grain silos, but not convinced I have the airport yet.
So it's going to be at our 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
So
I believe there's the water tower.
just try to judge what height.
Medic 201, you're on the local.
See, there's the highway, and it's basically,
approach instructions.
if we look down the highway,
94, Kinetic 201.
yeah.
So basically at this point we were doing a right downwind for 1-4 at Waterloo and still toying with the idea of doing a visual approach. But when we looked at it, it made way more sense to just keep going on the approach and save ourselves brain power and or angst.
Yeah.
Gulf November Charlie Mike via ad run. You are cleared RNAV runway 14 Waterloo.
So when we got the final clearance for the approach, that simply made our minds up and stopped us dithering anymore.
Waterloo Tower 126.0.
Waterloo Tower, November Charlie Mike. Waterloo Tower, Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike is cleared for the RNAV 14. We have Lima.
Golf November Charlie Mike, Waterloo Tower, runway 14, altimeter 2992, continue approach.
2992, continue approach, November Charlie Mike.
Yeah, that was the right call.
So,
it's gone.
we're 3,200, which is the minimum sector altitude for, so we'll just maintain this for now, and then we'll come down to 3,000 as we pass Adron in the approach. So now what I can do is go approach.
And Waterloo Tower, Mike November Hotel left downwind 14, touch and go.
So
Mike November Hotel,
approach.
1271, clear touch and go, runway 14.
So it's now going to fly the approach.
We don't actually go all the way to Adron?
Oh yes, we do.
Okay, see, it's pointing back now. It was.
Yeah, because we either say we can see it, but now it's a predictable thing. I'm predictable. I know where I'm going. He knows who I am.
And we can't see it anymore, to be honest.
And that's right. So
Uniform Whiskey Victor.
well, we could have probably made it, but
Yeah, but I'd rather do it this way.
Downwind, just be about to turn left base. This should be about your 2 o'clock, 2 miles.
I mean, it will take a little bit longer. But you know, our next thing is to get down there rather than get there right. So I think we'll be able to do it, but
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll
just
make a proper judgment.
okay. We're still on the left tank. That'll probably do us till the end. So next was 048 heading once we get into Adron.
Okay, seat belts are good.
Good.
Doors and windows.
Yeah, look at this crud. So you know.
Uniform Whiskey Victor, turn base.
Well, we're doing, doing an IFR approach. This adds to my monthly or 6 monthly requirement.
And it is, right now, it's IMC.
Yep. So I think what I should do then is file IFR to Buttonville. Okay, direct track is 048. Yeah, we'll do IFR. Look at this stuff, it's kind of scuzzy. I think they're district circuits, but...
Yeah, I think the circuit's fine.
This is like, oh no, this is not nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, we certainly can't see the runway. Yet.
No, just, look at where, see these clouds there, they're 1500 AGL, so... And as you go to Orangeville, it gets weird. So... And Waterloo Tower, Charlie Golf, November Charlie Mike is kicksack final.
November Charlie Mike Tower, roger. Continue inbound number 2, follow 172 in the left base, touch and go ahead of you.
Roger, November Charlie. Okay, I'm going to get my gear. Flaps down now. Speed checks for gear. Green.
November Charlie Mike, your traffic's now short final, landing clearance shortly.
Roger, November Charlie Mike. Slowing to 100 for flaps.
November Charlie Mike, wind 1808, cleared to land runway 14.
Clear to land 14, November Charlie Mike.
And Tower 9 or 54, holding short noise 08 and Charlie.
And Ulnar 54, Tower Roger, line up for runway 08 and wait traffic landing on runway 14.
Line up and wait runway 08 and or 55.
Uniform Whiskey Victor, Tower surveillance.
After landing, I called Canada Customs to clear by phone because I'm a CanPass member. We then looked again at the weather because it was still moving across Ontario to the east. In January 2019, NAV Canada removed the tower and weather from Buttonville, citing a lack of aircraft movements. So we were left on our own to call the flight school and get their eyeball picture on the weather, hoping that if there was VMC conditions, we might be able to make a landing at Hull Landing, which is our home airport. Otherwise, we plan to continue to do the localizer 1.5 because the winds were coming from the south all over southern Ontario. But as you'll see in this little snapshot, the weather front end games were just beginning.